So this is a quick look at Don't Starve, an amazing new game, currently in beta with constant updates. So far it's pretty much like a Harvest Moon meets Minecraft kind of style, but without the building. It's pretty imaginative and has a beautiful art style. All the worlds are randomly generated, and as you survive in the world, it's basically a survival game, you quickly unlock new characters with different little specialities. So here we are. We start off as Wilson, which is the first character you unlock, who's basically a scientist, and I'm guessing, was studying demonology, and basically the demon he was studying apparently got a hold of him or some nonsense and throws you in this whimsical little world, and you're just left to survive. Everything you see you can harvest and use to make craftables. Crafting systems kind of like Minecraft. You pick up sticks and flint, make an axe or a shovel to use. There's no digging 3D or building houses yet. They currently have all kinds of plans of where to go with this game, but for now it's mostly basic setup. You just try to survive as long as you can, and that can either be as easy or as hard as your luck runs out. So this game has an amazing art style, as you can see. I really like it a lot, especially through the creatures you encounter. They just updated it recently to have attack dogs. There's Trents, all kinds of creatures that you find later on. All kinds of different things that will probably kill you if you're not careful. Your main threat, though, is going to be basically once the night hits, because during nighttime, if you have zero light, you basically die instantly. Or not instantly, but you have a few seconds to grab light as quick as possible before the nothing or whatever it is manages to kill you. There are plenty of different light sources you can make. You can make quick torches, campfires, etc, etc, but basically it's going to be the only thing that will keep you safe at night. And one of the biggest features of this is basically your stomach over there, you see in the top right corner, and basically you have to keep yourself fed, and it is a constant struggle. Basically there's all kinds of food. You can farm your food, you can kill basically every animal you've seen so far, you can trap and kill, cook, basically do whatever you need to do to survive. That's basically the main point of the game, is just the survival. And what you see at the top of the screen is a research bar, the research number. Basically, since he's a scientist, basically what you want to do is research everything you find. More things will give you more research points than others, and you use those to unlock new buildables, basically. Everything from better pickaxes to structures to armor, new weapons, all kinds of stuff. Like right here, basically, I go as far as to, you can bait traps. There's multiple kinds of traps. You can leave traps just in case something walks into it, maybe, if you're lucky. But more often than not, you'll need to keep an eye on things to keep yourself well fed. So you see me grabbing all this grass. There's plenty of different resources to snag for your creations. Grabbing a lot of grass because it's usually one of the main ingredients in your campfires. Once you make a campfire, you can pretty much throw everything into it to keep it going. There's also mining, tree cutting, you name it, and then afterwards you can also use those to make new ingredients such as boards and cut stone, etc, etc. I don't want to go too far into explaining everything, because that's a lot of the fun of the game is basically figuring out everything for yourself, what makes what and where you get certain ingredients. That pretty much adds to the big part of the survival aspect of it. It makes it a lot of fun. So as you see here, you can make hats and clothes for yourself, top hats to straw hats to whatever you can think of basically. There's a good little assortment of clothes. It's also weapons. They've added backpacks just recently. The log armor I mentioned. So there's also a good assortment of structures. You can build a tent for yourself. You can build sleeping bags, but from what I understand, it's only like a one-use thing to get through the night. Trying to think of what else. Basically, you just have to find things that occupy your time while the night rolls over. But you do have to keep your fire fed. If the fire goes out, the screen will go pitch fucking black, and you won't be able to find your way back to it unless you have to light a quick torch or something to use your resources, because you will be attacked pretty much immediately. Go for the eyes, boo! But yeah. Pretty much any food you have, you can pretty much cook it one way or another. I think recently with this latest patch they've made fruit and vegetables a little bit better than they were before. But meat is usually your best option. There's plenty of animals. There's a sort of cattle called beefalo. You can farm those. There's also pigmen that you can actually talk to and befriend, or you can kill them for their meat, whatever. It's a wide assortment of creatures in this game already, and they just keep adding more. Also want to note that one of the items you can build is a razor, because as you play as Wilson, his only special ability is the fact that over time he grows his own beard. And it gets pretty epic. You can also cut your beard and use the shavings in magic. Besides science, magic is also one of the things you can study, but it still uses your science research for some reason. Now it's just waiting for that daytime rollover. So, managed to survive for a couple days. Barely getting by with my little farm and my epic beard. This is just a look at what you can make later on. This is some of the farms. You can make chests. I've managed to get my little garden together so I don't have to travel as far away to get supplies. Catching rabbits for food, gathering berries, my alchemical structure I use for research, my log armor and my spear. But this is just to give you an idea of what you can aspire to get later on. This is just a little bit. I imagine other people have massive structures by now of little fields and farms. But hopefully this is enough for you to try out. Don't starve, it's well worth your time. Wilson! I'm starving!